There are two ways people talk about astrology. One tells you Saturn will destroy your career this year. Jupiter will bring wealth. This period will ruin your marriage. The predictions rarely land. The viewer feels cheated. The other group calls the whole field nonsense and walks away without ever examining the system. Both groups skip the same step. Neither one tested the claims against real data. I am an engineer, so I did. The data we tested came from Astrology. This is a database assembled by the global astrology community over decades. Birth records from practitioners worldwide. Each chart tied to documented life events, careers, marriages, health crises, financial turning points. We did not collect these charts ourselves. They exist because thousands of practicing astrologers maintained records across generations. We gained access to this body of work and ran a structured testing process against it. Not belief, not intuition, records. The process follows the same logic you would use in any laboratory. State a claim. Test the claim against data. Keep the result whether you like what you see or not. The database holds 79,654 real charts and 104,104 recorded life events. A sample large enough to expose real patterns, and large enough to expose claims that were never real in the first place. Honesty is the only thing worth offering people who started out skeptical. Nothing gets buried here. Start with a failure. The failures matter most. One early test was called Sieve 3. The hypothesis: major life events cluster near specific boundaries in a chart. We expected this test to pass. We wanted this test to pass. The test did not pass. The win rate came in at 0.5145. Our minimum threshold was 0.55. Below the line. Hypothesis falsified. We recorded the result and published the finding anyway. Read that again. We ran a test. The test failed. And we told you. A system hiding its failures is selling you something. This one shows you the misses first. So, if the chart does not predict events, what does the chart show? The data keeps pointing to the same answer. A chart is a map of forces, not a script. Take Saturn in the house of partnership. The old reading says your marriage is doomed. The accurate reading is different. Saturn places a force of discipline and earned reward in this area of your life. Do the work in the relationship and you build something durable. Skip the work and you feel the friction. Same force. Two responses. Two outcomes. But forces do not operate in isolation. The force in your chart meets everything surrounding you. Your family background. The environment you grew up in. The people around you. The choices you make. All of this shapes how you face what the chart indicates. Two people in the same planetary period live completely different experiences because of everything surrounding them. Knowing which force is active is useful precisely because of this. You see the pressure before the pressure arrives. You position yourself. You make informed decisions rather than reacting blind. Someone watching will ask, do you believe in astrology? Belief is not the right framework. Observation is. Consider gravity. We do not believe gravity. Gravity exists. 1,000 years ago, the word did not exist. The science did not exist. But a person who stepped off a tree branch always fell to the ground. No theory required. The effect was real. Take the same person. Put them near a space station in a spacesuit. Ask them to step off. They float. Not because gravity disappeared. Because the environment changed. The same force behaves differently depending on conditions. Science evolves. 200 years ago, we thought everything was atoms. Quantum physics did not exist. The forces were always there. Our ability to describe them arrived later. We do not know how the sages of ancient India arrived at what is recorded in Vedic astrology. We do not know their tools or their methods. What they documented has been passed down across generations. Some of this knowledge has been lost. Some has been altered. We acknowledge this openly. which is why we test claims rather than believe them. With the tools available today, the models, the computing power, the databases, we check what holds up and what does not. This is a science of observation, and this is what Kalika is built on. This changes the question you bring to a chart. You stop asking what is going to happen to you. You start asking which force is active right now and how to respond. A hard period stops being a sentence. It becomes information. You see what is coming before arrival. You prepare. A fortune tells you where you end up and asks you to wait. A map shows you the terrain and lets you choose your route. If you want to see which forces are active in your own chart, we built a reading for exactly this purpose, free. No doom, no predictions, just the forces in play and how to work with them. Go to kalikaengine.com, run your chart, then do what we did. Test the system against your own life. That is the whole point of this channel.